My name is Elliot. I'm a business owner consultant and I teach masters at university. Today I'm going to pull the name of a person I've met in the past 30 years in business who's taught me a life lesson that I am going to share with you, and not including family and friends. And today's name is... It's not a name. I keep saying I'm going to pull a name out of the box. It really is a name because I don't want to betray any confidences and so on. It says, man with hi-fi shop. I won't say where. There's always someone richer than you. That's what that card says. And someone I went to see very early on as a consultant called me in probably the most successful business I've actually met up to that point. This is 20, 30 years ago. And I go into the shop and it's high tech everywhere. And it's amazing. Have you ever seen the show Cribs on MTV where they go into the houses and they get the TVs that come out the floor and all that kind of stuff? That's what he sold in this town I was in. Which was surprising by itself. I go in, I meet the owner. I sit down with the owner, we're talking about business strategy and growth, things which are nuts and bolts type business. Let's call it that. There's no emotion in them. And then I asked him a question which was, where does this end? It's always a good question, actually. You should always ask yourself that question. I ask myself, you should always ask yourself that question once a month. What is my end position here? Do I want to sell this business? Do I want to exit? Do I want to have it forever? Do I not want it at all? Right? You should always keep asking yourself, why do I do things? So I said that to him. I said to him, this is amazing. I love all this. I've watched Cribs. This is amazing. You must be so happy. Why do you do this? Because you're nearly 60. Why have you not stopped? What's your plan for the end? Maybe I can help you scope that out. What actions do you need to take to retire, whatever? And then he became very sullen and quite sad. And I would say that there was a tear in his eye. And I was only 29 or something, right? He said, the thing is, I started this business because of my brother. My brother died and I started this business. We started it together. I thought, I'm going to keep this going. And that's my driving force and always has been. He says, on one hand, I don't want it to end, but it makes me unhappy. So I said, well, why does it make you unhappy? Because it's not successful. So I look around, right? What are you looking at? Right? I go, this is like an amazing business. I've seen your accounts. What are you looking at to think this is a failed business? And it was about peers. He was associating with people who were more successful than him. He wasn't looking at it as itself, as the entity that he had created and achieved, and all the achievement and social and the personal satisfaction of keeping that business a success because of his brother's history. No, he was looking around and going, those people have more money than me. Those people have more things than me. Those people seem happier than me. And that's a mistake. And so the life lesson I learned there was, A, don't necessarily think everything's great when you walk into what looks like a successful business. And secondly, don't ever compare yourself to any other business. Do it for you. Do it for your future state. Know what happiness and success is for you. No one else matters. And that was a man who had a very successful business and was very unhappy because he felt a failure due to comparison.